video love.
Hey, how's it going? Just finishing up with some bike time. I noticed there was a couple of questions in the comments from yesterday's video, and I'm going to get to those. I also noticed that there seems to be pretty much a universal frustration involving people driving slower than the speed limit, driving slower than is necessary, and stuff like that. I run into that a lot around here. It's very common to find people on the road that pretty much are driving like they have no place to go and all day to get there. It's a common affliction around here. What I find even more frustrating is people for whom the speed limit just isn't fast enough. This happens to me almost every time I'm out on the road. Almost every time I go anywhere. I get out on the main highway and I'm cruising along at the speed limit, 55. I've got my speedometer pegged right on 55. And there will be somebody behind me, and you can tell by the way their car is inching over to the middle and then going back, and inching over to the middle and going back. And then finally they see a clear spot and they pull out and they zoom on by like I'm sitting still. More often than not, they'll give me the old number 1, you know, the universal symbol of intense disrespect. You know, and I'm actually kind of wanting to ask him, you know, gee, is the speed limit not fast enough for you? Are you in that big of a hurry? You know, it doesn't matter what the speed limit is either. I've had times when I've had to drive to Little Rock or up into Missouri, and the speed limit along the way gets up to 65, and on the way to Little Rock it goes up to 80. And still, even then it's up to 80 miles an hour, and I'm pegged right on 80. There's people zooming by me like I'm sitting still. No matter how fast the speed limit is, it's not fast enough for some people. I don't see where most things are that important to get to that you need to go 90 and 100 miles an hour. And it's amazing. These people, most of them, never get stopped. They never get pulled over. But I guarantee told you that if I pulled that kind of stunt, I'd be pulled over at the side of the road with the flashing blue lights behind me and get a nice expensive ticket for it. And then there's Cat Mommy 9 with the frustration over people leaning on the horn when she stops to let people cross in the crosswalk. That's right up there with people driving behind you. You can tell by the way they're driving and the way sometimes they'll start flashing their brights at you or blinking their headlights on and off, blowing their horn at you because they want you to hurry up. I've had that happen to me quite a bit, particularly when I'm driving around here at night. When it's nighttime, I drive slower. That's all there is to it. There's too many times when I suddenly can't see anything, and I don't want to be driving at the speed limit even when that happens. I want to be able to slow down quickly and safely, be able to not go driving off of the road or into somebody else or something like that. And I settled on a solution for that years ago. The more of that stuff they do, the slower I drive. You know, it may seem kind of a shitty thing to do, but if you think about it, I'm driving the speed I drive because I don't feel safe or necessary to drive any faster. Mostly it's I don't feel safe driving any faster because of road conditions, time of day, stuff like that. And these people come along itching after me to go faster. It just isn't going to happen. If I don't think it's safe to go faster, I'm not going to. And it doesn't matter whether it's safe for them to go faster. I'm concerned about safe for me. You know, it's like I said yesterday, when them headlights hit me in the eyes, I can't see a blessed thing in the world. And that's part of why I try to avoid driving at night in the first place, but sometimes I have to. Okay, let's see. Tally 35 mentions the Massachusetts vehicle inspections are very, very strict. I seem to remember something about that, although I was very young the last time I was there. I was born and raised in western Massachusetts in a small town of Pittsfield. We lived there until I was about 12. In 1971, we moved away. And I seem to remember talk from my parents that would indicate that, yes, it's very strict. It always has been. And if things aren't just so, you won't pass the vehicle inspection until you get it fixed and so on. But on the other hand, I'm wondering, with that strict vehicle inspection, is there perhaps a lower number of accidents that are the result of things failing or not working that would have been fixed if a vehicle inspection had required it? I'm kind of thinking maybe that's the case. Questions. Ty Tom Cool asked, what kind of car do I drive? And says that he drives a BWM M5. Okay, I got a feeling that's a typo and that BWM is actually supposed to be BMW. The car I drive is a Buick Century, 1993. And for an 18-year-old car, it's in pretty decent shape. I got it about 6 or 7 years ago, I think. For an 18-year-old car, it's in pretty decent shape. Like I said, the power windows still work. It's got 353,000 miles on it. So I think I'm doing pretty good. MrDarthtuber asks, what am I doing when I'm not making videos? Oh, let's see, all kinds of things. In recent days, sleeping is one of the big things. I seem to have a big case of the sleepies these days. Okay, I actually have 6 blogs. I write in 5 of them on a regular basis. One of the blogs is TinFoilChef.com. I started that one out doing cooking and food related stuff, and it eventually became a place where I post all my videos, and I really don't do much else with it anymore. The other 4 blogs are things that I write in mostly these days because I can earn a little bit of money doing it. Not much, mind you, but a little bit. It helps keep me in gasoline and maybe a few groceries and stuff like that. Other than that, I spend a lot of time trying to figure out what I'm going to do in the next video, looking for material that I can use in something like a watching bad videos or WFRT news, which I really want to do more of that one. I'm having fun with that. That's a lot of fun. Lately I'm trying to work on ideas for Don Vantel's challenge too. There's a challenge every week this month. The last challenge, what would you do if the internet turned off? And that's where that last WFRT news came from. Well, I see by the camera preview here that there is now almost 14 minutes of video. I'm going to have to shut this down and see how much of that I edit out. Alright, take it easy. I'm out of here.
He is the tinfoil chef, and the frog just doesn't give a shit.
Hello all, it's Tuesday, October the 12th. My, aren't we talkative today? I think I'm going to have to commandeer a video soon. With him flapping his tongue this much, I can hardly get a word in edgewise. There are 3 new subscribers: BlueSpectacles, MrDarthtuber, and Aussie 20,001. Welcome and thank you very much for subscribing. The previous question of the day: what is your biggest driving pet peeve? Today's question of the day: what is your favorite car? The dirty word of the day: dingle.
He is the tinfoil chef.